Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about time zones. We're going to be talking about what are time zones, why do we have time zones, and how do I work out what time it is somewhere else in the world? All those questions and more in today's lesson. And we're about to start right now. As we know, the Earth is a sphere and it takes 24 hours to rotate once, which gives us a day. That means as the Earth spins, the sun rises at different times and sets at different times depending on where you are in the world. And that's why we created time zones. Not only can we make sure that we're not calling our friend in New Zealand at midnight, we can also do business internationally and book flights overseas. And we've made a handy dandy chart in order to look at this. So have a look at this infograph. So as you can see in this infograph, this shows us all the different time zones in the world. And we use something called GMT, Greenwich Meridian Time. So we know that the Greenwich Meridian is the 0-degree line of longitude. And so that is where we work out our time zones from. So if you have a look on this chart, you can see that there is a 0 and it goes up this way. So everything that is pink is sitting on the Greenwich Meridian. So that is GMT 0. Everything to the east of GMT plus 0, we add time to, and everything from the west of the GMT, we minus time from. So for example, if the time at 2 p.m. if the time is 2 p.m. on the Greenwich Meridian, then if we go, let's say, to GMT plus 3, then we add 3 hours. So it'll be 5 p.m. in this blue line where you can see all of the dark blue countries. Right? So whatever time it is on the Greenwich Meridian, we either add hours to figure out what time it is, or we minus hours in order to figure out what time it is. Let's have a look at some questions as examples. So here are some questions. The first question says, if the time in Moscow, GMT plus 3, is 5 p.m., what time would it be in California, GMT minus 8? Now, there's a couple of ways you can do it, but this is the way that I like to do it. So if you have another way that works out and you get the same answer, then go ahead and use that. So the first thing I like to do is type out or write down what information we have. So we know that in Moscow, it is GMT plus 3, and it is 5 p.m. Right? The next thing we're going to work out is what time it is at the Greenwich Meridian. So we're going to write GMT 0, right? How do we get from GMT plus 3 to GMT 0? All we have to do is minus 3. So if we minus 3 hours from 5 p.m., then the answer will be 2 p.m. Oops, 2 p.m. All right, but we don't want the answer to GMT plus 0. We want the answer to what time it is in California, which is GMT minus 8. So we're going to write down GMT minus 8, and we're going to minus 8 hours from 2 o'clock. So we're going to go backwards, and I like to use my fingers for this. So it is 1 p.m., 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So now the answer is 6 a.m. It is 6 a.m. in California. All right, nice and simple. Let's look at example number 2. If the time in South Africa, GMT plus 2, is 3:30 p.m., what time would it be in Singapore, GMT plus 8? Right? So the first thing we do is the information that we have. So in South Africa, which is GMT plus 2, it is 3:30 p.m. Now the first thing you might wonder is, oh no, now it's not even a full number. It's 3:30 p.m. You just ignore the 30. You work it out like normal and then just add the 30 at the end. All right? So GMT plus 2, which is South Africa, is 3:30 p.m. Then I'm going to work out what time it is at GMT 0. So to get from GMT plus 2 to GMT 0, I'm going to minus 2 hours. So now it's going to be 1:30 p.m. Right? Then I don't want GMT 0. I want to find out what time it is in Singapore, which is GMT plus 8. So I'm going to write GMT plus, plus 8. And I'm going to add 8 hours to 1:30, which is going to give me an answer of 9:30 p.m. Right? And then the last one, which is probably the hardest question that I have, I am traveling from Mozambique, which is GMT plus 2, to Argentina, which is GMT minus 3. My flight leaves at 4 p.m. If my trip takes 11 hours, what time will it be there when I arrive? So let's start like normal. So we have GMT plus 2, and it is 4 p.m., which means at GMT 0, we're going to minus 2 from GMT plus 2 to get to GMT 0. It's going to be 2 p.m. But I need to know what time it is in Argentina, which is GMT minus 3. So I'm going to take my 2 p.m. and I'm going to minus 3 hours. So I'm going to go 1 p.m., 12, 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Right? But that's what time it is in Argentina when I leave. And my question says that my trip takes 11 hours. So all I'm going to do is take my 11 a.m. and I'm going to add 11 hours. So that's my flight time, 11 hours. Right? So if I work it out, so it's 11, 12, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. So that means that I will arrive in Argentina at 10 p.m. And that really is all that there is to it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what time zones are, why do we have them, and how do I work out what time it is somewhere else. If I helped and you're enjoying my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to tell all your friends. And I hope you guys have a magical day. Thanks for watching. Bye.